chica! This is just a quick video to answer the question, I lost weight loading for hCG, is that normal and okay? And basically, yes, that's totally fine. I'm just gonna quote to you real quick what Dr. Simeons said in his pounds and inches protocol. He said, during the 2 days of forced feeding, the loading, from the first to the third injection, many patients are surprised that contrary to their previous experience, they do not gain weight and some even lose. The explanation is that in these cases, there is a compensating flow of urine which drains excessive water from the body. To some extent, this seems to be a direct action of hCG, but it may also be due to a higher protein intake, as we know that a protein-deficient diet makes the body retain water. So that was his feeling on the matter, that it was fine, that in some cases people didn't gain or even lost. While I never had an overall loss from loading, like starting hCG being less than I was before loading, I have on more than one occasion, more than one of my rounds, I would lose weight after the first day of loading, and then I would have a gain after the second day. So like the first day of loading, I would, eat whatever, and then I'd lose 0.8. And I even had that happen on I think my first round, or one of my rounds that I actually did load with like carbs and sugars and stuff, which my final 3 rounds I loaded on with clean without carbs and sugar. And if you want to know more about that, I'll link in the article that goes with this video to my whole discussion on that. But even the round that I had, ice cream and cookies and stuff, after the first load day, I actually lost 0.8 on the scale. So again, probably that water retention for whatever reason. And then the second day I would gain 1.6 pounds or something after the second load day. So then my net loading gain was not even a pound actually my first round. So anyway, I hope that helps. So no need to worry. If that happens, you could just consider that you're ahead of the game,
One more thing that I should have added that I forgot to mention is that while it's okay for you to lose weight or not gain weight loading if you have loaded well, you want to make sure that you check that. For instance, if you didn't load well, like you didn't really eat that many calories, or you didn't eat very many fats on the loading and you didn't gain weight, that could be a problem. That could make your first week on hCG difficult. So it still is important that you load well. In other videos, I gave you guys the example that my 5th round of hCG, I ate 4,000 calories each day of loading and 300 grams of fat each day. So as you can see, I still definitely ate more than I would on a normal day, and I ate more fat than I would have on a normal day. It's not that you have to make yourself sick, but you also don't want to treat it like a day that you're trying to lose weight, right? So, so just do keep that in mind. You still want to load with that purpose, that's the purpose of that phase, and as long as you do that, then whenever the results are, you gain, you lose, you don't gain any, then it's fine. What has happened in some cases is some people get into their first week of hCG, and then looking back after, reading more online, they'll realize oh, I didn't load well, and they'll kind of have a harder time the first week of hCG because of that. Now, sometimes you're going to have a hard time the first week of hCG regardless, even if you do everything absolutely perfect. But it's just a little extra thing to keep in mind, that you need to know the purpose of loading, and it has to do with taking in extra fat. Because sometimes people think, oh, I just need to eat more, and they might end up eating just more pasta and more crackers, but those are all just carby type things, and there isn't necessarily fat in that. So, so you want to have that focus on fats. Eat, a little more than you normally would, but you don't need to make yourself sick. And as long as you do that, then whenever the outcome of that loading is normal, and that's fine. So I hope that helps you guys.
So I hope that helps. Take care, guys. Bye.